Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, great millstone, and shalom to the prophets of that body. Shalom to the 144,000. There's all this different bits of information coming out, okay, from a worldly perspective, because these guys are so-called, these modern day Christians. But the Lord did say he's going to pour the spirit that your sons and daughters, shall dream dreams. And even the heathen are going to have certain dreams and visions of what's to come. And whether this is revelation of the method, because this is not from obviously a prophet's channel, right? Whether this is revelation of the method, where it's predictive programming to a certain degree, because I look at some of these channels, if they got like millions and millions of subscribers or subscribers in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands, they would get hit, to a certain degree. Maybe that's me looking a little too deep, but that sometimes comes to mind as well. Or it's genuine. Either way, it's all of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, because man's goings of the Lord, right? And the Lord, puts in your mind what you're gonna say and do, and what you're gonna dream as well. Nevertheless, this guy said, a woman. I mean, this guy's Nigerian. He's got like a West African accent. All right, he's probably braced over there as well. But for some, a woman from America has emailed him or messaged him saying that she's had dreams, and after the month of May, all right, and April, May is when the new year comes officially, because that's when sort of like April, May is springtime, it's a new year, and after May, her mind went blank or something wasn't right, and she believes, you can watch it yourself, that the latter part of the year is going to be destruction, famine, death, and a financial collapse as well. And obviously you can feel it in the spirit. You can feel it. There's a demonic energy in the air. You can feel a real dark, sickly feeling within inside. What gets us through is the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You've got to really push yourself in these last days as well, harder, because everything feels like a chore. But nevertheless, we're at that time, and I'll be surprised if we hit 2026. That's me personally saying it as a man, but I don't think we will, because Yahweh Hashem Yashai is not going to keep us here that long, because the Lord is going to. He said that He's going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. All right. Because if we're here any longer, right, Esau, the so-called white man, will delete us. Mark 13 and 20. And except that the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yashai, had shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he hath shortened the days. All right? Also mentioned in Matthew 24 and 22, which goes to show the Rokah Kodash, the Holy Spirit, going from prophet to prophet, letting you know it's a divine light and it's divine information. All right? It's a divine programming it spiritually of Yahweh Hashem Yashai. Hence the reason all the prophets spoke the same. They were on the same vibration. Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. All right? And time is speeding up. Every week is passing by quickly. We're at the end of this year again. And I remember this time last year, I remember what month, what I was doing this month last year, and it's a year has gone quick, it's gone quick, which is good. But I don't personally see, me speaking as a man, because we don't want 2026 to come. We want this place to go. All right. And you see judgment going forth, left, right, and center. And also the fact that the Lord is gonna, you know, all these predictions with regards to the famine as well, showing empty aisles, no food, depression again. It's gonna be worse than the 1920s. All right. And this is not gonna just hit certain people, this is gonna be worldwide because everything is connected. Okay. They called it the World Wide Web, right? They call this what do they call this? Um there's a saying, there's a statement. We're a global economy. Yeah, that's the term, the global economy. So it's gonna everything. If it's a global economy, okay, all the goodness is gonna be global, but then also the badness or the evils that are gonna come because we're at the end is gonna be global too. All right. So the Lord is gonna break the staff of bread. All right. Ezekiel 4:13, because Jake has been eating a defiled food, okay? And the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai said, even thus shall the children of Israel shall eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. All right, we don't even know what we're eating half the time, okay? I shouldn't really say this. As a child, when I used to even eat KFC in the 80s, I believe in the KFC of the 80s was real chicken, real grease. The fries even tasted better. Maybe I'm bugging, I don't know. But I tell you now, recently, I don't eat it no more, right? Okay, but let's just say several years ago, if I had it, it tastes kind of weird. All right, okay, it tastes kind of weird, and it doesn't look right. It doesn't taste right either. Okay, only the Lord knows. Maybe they just made it more defiled than it was previously. Okay, and you can feel sometimes, the food, the rice don't taste right. The bread don't taste right. You know, and we're eating defiled food, and Esau knows, the stronghold of where Jake is predominantly, and they're gonna put pork and everything in your toothpaste and your mouthwash, and um, you know, maybe put, I don't know, pork. Is it pork or hog hairs, like in combs or brushes and stuff, to defile us? But we're unknowingly doing. We're not doing it knowingly. So that does not put the emphasis on us, because the Lord does know that we are in captivity. So these things are written that we're going to go through. All right. There's that. And then also the fact that the Lord is going to break the staff of bread, man. We're going to eat our food measured. All right. So it's a good time right now, while you can, is to sort of try and cut down on your portions, fast a little bit. I've been trying to do that a little bit as well, prolong the hunger. Sometimes go without water for quite a prolonged time. Intermittent fasting. Try and stay away from food that just tastes good. Trying to get away from it. Try and make yourself uncomfortable. We're uncomfortable anyway, but do it a little bit more, right? Just to sort of give yourself a warm up before the real thing kicks in. But the Lord did say his servants shall eat, right? Verse 14. Then said I, our Lord, power, behold, my soul hath not been polluted. For from my youth up even till now have I not eaten of that which dieth of itself, or is torn in pieces, neither came there abominable flesh into my mouth. All right? So we're not even supposed to eat something that's, if it's lawful, a chicken that's dead on the side of the road. All right? But sometimes these damn devils, what they do is they do black magic on these chickens and slaughter them, then put them, sell them in supermarkets. They do that on purpose. They do stuff like that. They do hybrid meats as well. Put chicken and sow the seed with some other abominable animal, and then sell you that meat in the supermarket. They do stuff like that. Verse 15. Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given thee cow's dung for man's dung, and thou shalt prepare thy bread therewith. Okay? And a lot of these companies and factories always let you know that, okay, if you're allergic to peanuts, there might be peanuts in this chocolate, even though it's not supposed to be like peanut based or have hazelnuts in the chocolate. It's predominantly chocolate, but it could have a little speck of peanut in there. But a lot of these, information is coming out. There's a lot of dung and rat feces in these foods that we purchase that are made in these factories. All right, and they're genetically modified. They could be sold in high-end so-called stores, but Esau's just giving you the same thing repackaged in a sort of a more of a if you're buying a bread in a plastic loaf, so I don't know, a plastic sort of bag, that's a thin kind of bag, packaged up. But then you buy the same loaf in a sort of a high-end store that might have a more of uh, a glossier sort of appeal, making it look more high-end. It's the same damn loaf. They're just charging you more for it. All right. We just assume that okay, it's from a higher-end store. Like your brothers have Whole Foods in America. You know, you think Esau's going to do that to you? You know, they're fork-tongued people. They're liars. You know, they're physicians of no value. They lie. You know, they don't want to give food to heal you. They want to keep you in a perpetual cycle of using their pharmaceutical drugs. So you keep getting sick and going back to them so they can keep making money. All right, verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem. All right, now this time around, the Lord's going to break the staff of bread where Jake is at. All right, because the Lord did say the judgment is going to start in the house of the Lord. Okay, and then, the Lord's going to get everybody else. Okay, the Lord's going to deal with his children first. Okay, but on the flip side, the elect, the Lord did say his servants are going to eat. All right, the Lord's going to show miracles. The Lord's going to show himself even more, especially when our back is against the wall. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight, and with care, and they shall drink water by measure, and with astonishment. It's going to get to a point where you won't be able to have a shower or 2 showers a day. Because I like to have, at least 2 showers a day, one in the morning, get yourself going, and then one at night, clean the skin before you hit the sack, especially being out in the elements and around filthy people and all the smog in the air and all that shit. That's just me. I'm sure a lot of Jakes do that because we're naturally very clean people, But even having a shower a day, which is a human standard in terms of Jake terms, you won't be able to even do that. You're going to say, okay, shit, shall I wash myself or shall I drink water by measure? You're going to be drinking water by measure. All right? You're going to see a lot of dirty people in the streets. You see these homeless people every day. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. All right? So food famines are going to kick in. You got World War III, the war drums banging away. All right? This is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble as coined by Apostle Tahar in the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yashai, the apostles. And Lord willing, it kicks off. And next year is going to be, it's definitely going to get real. You see the predictive programming. I was watching the Simpsons, 10 predictions of 2025. Yeah, and these things are coming, man. All right? You're going to have no food, people not working, no jobs. You're going to have war in the streets. 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 kicking in. 15 and 15 and 15 and 16 kicking in. People attacking each other, neighbors attacking each other. You're going to have a whole host of things kicking off. Because I kept thinking to myself, Work will always go on up until the Lord returns. People will still be working because a lot of people are going to take the charagma, which is the RFID, CHIP. All right. But there'll be a group of people. There'll be two levels to this. There'll be the elect that won't take the charagma. Then there'll also be your so-called worldly Christians, even heathens that won't take it. There'll be like, uh, like in that movie with Sylvester Stallone. What's that movie called again? Demolition Man, where he went to go and visit some people that were living under the ground that were defying the powers that be, and he ate a rat burger. There's going to be two levels of you. You're going to have the elect, where the Lord is going to feed them with lawful foods and keep them sustained and satiated. Then you're going to have the heathen and some of the 2/3 that are going to be kept alive, and they're going to be defying the so-called government as well, the powers that be. They're going to be eating rat burgers and swine and all sorts of crap, to survive. But they won't take the sea hip as well. Then you're going to have the people that want to hold on to what they have, and they're going to take the charagma. We're going to see these movies come play in real time now. All right? And that's what we're coming to. 2025 is alarming. Many have no idea what is coming. All right? I don't want to play too much over. They might, YouTube doing their thing. All right? But the fact of the matter is, 2025 is going to be a very. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Oh, yeah. And also, after Hurricane, was it Helena? Hurricane Helene. The Bible is found open, Revelation 14:15. Okay? It's found sticking on a post open to Revelation 14. Okay, the Reaper, that's Yahweh Shai. He's going to return. Let's go to that. And I'm going to read in the NLT as well. Revelation 14:15. And another angel came out of the temple crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. Everything is ripe. Wickedness is up to an all-time high. Women disrespecting their husbands, women talking about being independent women, all this tons of information available online. You still got women behaving in such a ratchet way, Moism, LMNOP people, all this information about how they behave and their disgusting ways being pushed into the forefront, into every show and movie and comedy acts or whatever. Homosexuality, sodomitism is just is an all-time high. Wickedness against the Israelites is at an all-time high. You got little children being deleted, being hung, and it's not just that little girl. Where an Edomite said that he's done it in a previous life. That little girl that was found in preschool or nursery or whatever. I think she was 3 or 4 years old. This has been happening, and there's many news articles on that as well. Okay, many news articles on that. All right, you just have to look for it. All the information is there of how many so-called black and brown children have been hung or lynched in school. Some have survived to tell the tale, some have not. A lot of this information is brushed under the rug, and the Lord, has let the tab build up of Babylon to a point where Yahweh Shem Yahshai has sent a message, okay, and through the Spirit be put in the forefront of YouTube, saying that He's coming now to ripe, sorry, to reap. You know what a sickle is, right? Okay, when wheat is ready to be cut down, right? Okay, let's go to bigger images. Like if you watch shows like Little House on the Prairie, I like that show personally, but that's just me. Just even though Esau's, that I mean that was probably like Esau. I mean, if Esau did really, live like that, like the way Michael Landon did, that was their sort of little bit of glory that they had for a short while, where the woman was in order and covered up. And see, this is a perfect example. You've seen the Grim Reaper, right? What does he have? He has a dark coat on, and he has this, and he cut, and then okay, and from a agricultural perspective, right? You use this to cut down wheat. Okay, before machinery, this was used to cut down wheat, so you can gather the wheat into your barn, and then you leave the tares behind. And the Lord is also gonna come and do a lot of deleting. All right, Yahweh Shem Yashai said that thrust in thy sickle and reap. All right, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. It's so ripe. It's like a big, I don't know, a juicy fruit that needs to be plucked and pulled down, and or just just it's ripe with wickedness, where the Lord is just ready just to get tearing things apart, you know. And also the Lord is tired of seeing His people suffer as well, especially the elect. Yeah, I mean the Lord is going to come cry like a travailing woman. Right? Let's go to that scripture. You know what a travailing woman is? A travailing woman is a woman that's vexed. Let's get the definition of travail. Painful or laborious effort. Advice for those who wish to save great sorrow and travail. Engage in painful. Let's go to Cambridge. Which one's better, Cambridge or? Let's go to Cambridge first. Basically, when a woman's in pain and she's in labor, what does she do? She screams, right, to let out her pain and her frustration because she's giving birth. All right, and we're at the point where the kingdom of heaven is coming through, right? And this place has got to go. Travail, an unpleasant experience or situation, especially one that involves a lot of hard work or effort. An unpleasant experience or situation, especially one that involves a lot of hard work or effort. Travail. That's what it means, right? Isaiah 42 and 14. I have long time holden my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. Okay, so the Lord is going to come to do a lot of deleting. All right? A lot of deleting. You've heard of the term overkill, right? You could have a machete in your hand and you hit it over somebody 3-4 times, they're gone. All right? Now, overkill would be going over that with them with the machete 150 times. Just keep going and going and going because you're just so frustrated. You're crying like a travailing woman. You want to just let loose. Okay, Yahweh Shai is going to let loose. His Majesty is going to let loose. All right? Let's go to the NLT. Revelation 14:15. Okay. I think I already had it ready here. 1 second. Let me delete one. Where is it again? Revelation 14:15. Then I saw a white cloud, and seated on the cloud was someone like the Son of Man. He had a golden crown on his head and a sharp sickle in his hand. Okay? So the Lord's got a sharp sickle in his hand. And I showed you what a sickle looks like, right? That's a smaller one. The one that you can use, that goes in your hand. Then you got one that you can sort of like glide across the floor when you want to chop uh, the vegetation down from a lower scale, right from the sort of root, right from the root, from the base of the soil, you know. And this is a weapon, and that's what the Lord is returning with. Okay, He's not coming back as a meek sheep. He's coming back as the Lion of Judah. All right, He's coming back as a Lion of Judah. Remember, pick the meat from the bones. There's a lot of people having dreams and visions. You have to all sort of filter it through the scriptures, but ultimately, watch the Men of Great Millstone. Okay. Obviously, you're going to watch videos here and there because there's going to be revelation of the method, and you got agents online. Then you got some genuine people that are having dreams and visions. Ultimately, it's all of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And yes, okay, we're coming to a time where this world, you're going to see great changes. Lord willing, man, by end of 2025, the chariots return and destroy America and gather His elect from the four corners of the earth. Okay, that's what we want. All right. Because this place is just, it's foul, it's terrible, it's hell. Ain't nothing nice here, man. There's nothing nice here. This place has got to go. All right. So the Lord is returning soon, and judgment is coming. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Shalom.